Okay, how's it going, guys? OverBidden here. This is gonna be the second game of a 4-game series that features me climb from 4.6k MMR to 4.8k MMR. In these videos, I will be watching the gameplay footage of me playing these games with you together, and I will try to commentate the games. I will try to explain all the plays that I made. Let me know what you think, and let's just go straight into the game. Oh, I remember this part. I tried to cancel the search so I don't get to kill up with opponent that is like much lower than me in terms of MMR, so I won't drop a lot of MMR, but it looks like I failed or the system failed. So if I lose this game, and I may lose a lot of MMR. Even I win, I don't gain a lot. It looks like he's 4.4k, I'm at 4.7k, so I will have to win this game. Okay. Scoia'tael mirror matchup. Thunder is useless, so most likely I will kick Thunder first. I may kick the Dragon first, just to blacklist the Dragon because I don't want to have 3 Dragons. So, okay, so Dragon first, and then Thunder, and then blacklist Clear Sky. Pretty straightforward. Okay. And then my hand is not terrible, not so great. I mean, not so good either. Okay. It's playable. Okay, I can start by just buffing up the archer. I didn't have Melva, so
got business for me.
Otherwise it could have been the Melva play, right? So he's playing smugglers, which means he's not playing the standard scoia'tael control deck. Facing smugglers, I want to get rid of the smugglers as soon as possible, right? But I don't have a straight way to get rid of it. I can try to play the mercenary to dig for the thunder, but that's not very reliable because I do have 3 first lights in the deck. So if I play the mercenary, very likely I will get the first light rally instead of the thunder, which I did. Okay, so get another dragon. In the mirror matchup, I don't necessarily want to buff up a single unit to too high because it's gonna get scorched, right? And it looks like this is gonna be a pretty bloody round 1 rather than a standard card advantage round 3, right? So buff up different units just to help me win round 1 a little bit more. Okay, so he plays another smuggler, which I really want to remove one of the smugglers now, because if I don't, they're just gonna grow up, and then it will be really hard for me to win. Okay, so I have some options here. I can Illustrate and then Archer, right? I can Scorch, but that's pretty bad because I want to Scorch my Yemen. So I think most likely I'm gonna try to. I can't King of Beggars, because if I King of Beggars, I'm gonna draw a Roach, right? So I decided to just Illustrate, and then Archer will be my next play, because if I play Archer, I can just kill that immediately, and then the 3 strength smuggler will not be buffed up, okay, before he dies. So it looks like that's gonna be the play. Also, it's pretty good for me that these smugglers are not staggered, so as long as they are like 9 strengths or 10 strengths, I can just scorch them together, right? It looks like he plays Aromancy, so Aromancy plus Fog denies a lot of the strengths of my units and also stagger his smugglers, which is a really good play, right? And for me, I will have to play Yemen to kill that smugglers immediately, otherwise the smuggler will be buffed up, right? And then I can't kill it anymore. Pretty unlucky that I draw my Roach, and then he used his Yemen to kill all my units, which also includes a 9 strength archer, right? I didn't really have access to Clear Skies unless I want to recast Rally and into a mercenary, into a first light, which is not very likely. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so what I want to do right now is to, since I draw Roach, I can King of Beggars into a Granny or a Mercenary, right? It looks like I got a Mercenary because Mercenary is 66% anyway. So pretty lucky. Mercenary into a Thunder. I killed that Smuggler before he keeps growing up. Okay, so he plays the Saskia. Looks like it's a pretty early Saskia because he plays the Saskia right now. He opens up for my Scorch, right? But what I need to pay attention to is that I am, if I look at the strengths right now, I am 17 strengths behind. So even I Scorch, I'm still 2 strengths behind, right? So I can Scorch and then play another card, which will make me 2 cards behind to win the first round. But I do have a Roach in hand, right? Roach is kind of useless, right? I mean the most useless card among all my cards. Plus I have a lot of golds in hand, right? I can resummon the Roach in round 2 or round 3. So even he passes, I think it's acceptable, right? I'm just gonna Scorch, and if he passes, I'm gonna Roach. So that's gonna be my line of play right here. So let's see if he passes or not, right? Because I'm only 2 behind. Roach is enough. Okay. And if I were him, I should pass, right? I will pass, right? Because opponent is gonna have to be 2 cards down in order to take round 1. Looks like he's not passing, which may just be the misplay, right? Let's see what he plays. So he's even thundering. He's not even using his leader ability to Scorch, which really surprises me, right? And it could be another like misplay, and then it was an easy Horsen, because a Horsen could just make me a HUD in strength, right? I'm 6 behind. At this point, I do want to play cards that can put me ahead instead of 2 cards to win the round, right? I'm not playing Roach, rather I'm playing Saskia. Saskia will give me a lot of strengths ahead. If I choose to play the Blue Mountain Commandos, I will only be ahead by 2 strengths, I think. And then I do want to, if I draw into some other cards later in round 2, I do want to bounce them back. Okay, they can be potentially more useful. Okay. So he's playing 1 card down. 1 card down, this card can either be Zappers or Trivial. If it's Trivial, then I need to play another card, right? Because I am only 7 ahead. 7 ahead, Trivial is 6 plus 4, right? It's 10 strengths, right? He has not used any Dragoons to buff up the Trivial, so that's 10 strengths. And which, after playing Roach, is 10 strengths. In my mind, I think what I was thinking is that if he just passes right here, right, I can accept down 1 card and go even, and then just try to play the later rounds. Okay, and maybe it's a Zapper or some other things. Then only Trivial can make the round go even. Any other cards will not win the round. Okay, so I'm thinking if I can accept the going down 1 card and then go even, possibility of going even. Looks like that's not even Trivial, so I'm pretty happy about that, right? Going down just 1 card to win the round, it's definitely good. And I also got rid of my useless Roach, right? So good enough. Because I win, I do get to go first. In a mirror matchup, the scoia'tael passive just becomes useless, right? Or inactive. None of us can use the scoia'tael passive. The reason I play Rally first is that I want to think my deck a little bit more, right? So that I have a better chance of drawing gold cards or silver cards later. Okay? So that's the reason I'm playing the first Rally and the second Rally as well. Because Rally is only gonna be, I will only have 1 Rally, right? Special card in the deck, so it's gonna be 100% Rally into either the Archer or the Dragoon. Both are fine.
Onward, Fryhead!
Okay, so he casts his rally as well, and then he is trying to thin his deck, right? Just to increase his chance of drawing better cards, right? The same line of thinking. So what I'm thinking right now is that I could recast. I can, well, obviously I can pass, right? But if I don't pass, I can rally into the archer, or I can rally into the Elacerate. No, or can recast Elacerate, or I can recast Thunder, right? Or maybe even recast Scorch, but that would be terrible, right? I'm just playing a 5 strength gold on the board. So I'm debating either Rally, Thunder, or Elacerate. And looks like I choose... I think I should choose Thunder here. Yes, because if I choose Rally, I'm gonna have 3 5 strength units, right? 5 strength units. He's only gonna have 1 5 strength unit, so his Scorch can Scorch essentially 10 strengths, right? The Scorch is gonna get rid of all my 5 strength units plus his 5 strength unit. So that's playing around Scorch a little bit, right? And he play Melva. I just replay my Dragon and see what he wants to play. Okay, so he used his buffed up archer, right? So I am 3 behind. I'm making some calculation right now. So if I bounce back the archer, I can shoot him, deny his strength by 3, right? So he will have 8 plus 9. He will have 17 strength, right? He'll have 17 strength. He can also burn my 16 strength Blue Mountain Commandos. But after burning my commando, I will also have 17 strength. So he has to play Scorch plus another card in order to win this round. So I'm pretty happy about just letting him use all his cards in order to win this round, right? And then just go into a top deck mode. And since he's gonna win this round, if we go into top deck mode and I draw any of the archers, I will be able to shoot him, right? Drawing golds, that's okay. If I draw gold, I will just summon the Roach. That's a pretty good strength on the board. If I draw archers, because he plays first, my archer will be able to shoot his archer, and if he draws archers, he will not be able to shoot mine. Okay, so that's why I chose to go into the top deck mode. And it looks like he has to play all the cards that he has, okay, in order to just win this round. Okay, so he drew 1 card, I drew 1 card. Looks like I got the archer. Okay, he gets to play first, and then he plays a rally, and now I know I'm gonna win, right? Because all the bronze cards can't win the game for him, right? So I just broccoli him, then win the game. Okay, let's see how many MMR that I gain by winning this game, because I'm about 300, almost 300 MMR ahead of him, right? If I lose, I was gonna lose 100 MMR. Uh, 17 wasn't so bad. Like sometimes we don't even get a single MMR. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm gonna talk about another video, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, peace.